the best Pulsar just became even better. So these are the new 2023 Pulsar NS200 and the NS160, which have been given some crucial updates. And in this video, I will tell you how the prices changed, what are the new things, what we liked about these bikes and what we did not. So stay tuned and make sure that you have subscribed to our channel. My name is Akash Paul and let's begin the video now. Let's start talking about the changes first. So now both the bikes get upside down forks at the front, and these are the first Pulsars ever to get USD forks, which should improve the handling and agility of this motorcycle. The next big change is the inclusion of dual channel ABS. Both bikes came with single channel ABS earlier and now they have dual channel ABS. And since we have the NS160, it also gets a new wider rear tire. So this is a 130 section tire now, the same as what it is on the 200. Another change in the braking system, which is exclusive to the NS160, is the bigger 300mm disc at the front, which is the same size as, you guessed it, the NS200. Both bikes have the same engines as before, but now these engines are OBD2 compliant. The other big addition is in the instrument cluster. It's the same as before. You have a semi-digital unit, but now Bajaj has included a gear position indicator as well as a distance to empty reading, which shows you what amount of approximate range you have left. So these two are great additions to both these bikes. So now we've ridden both the motorcycles and come to this beautiful location, and it's time to talk about my thoughts on the engine and what I like regarding all the changes that have been made on both of these. I'm definitely happy to see the wider rear tire on the NS160, but also I think since it got a bigger tire, this should also have got a slightly bigger 140 section tire to just help with the grip. Not that these bikes are bad, but maybe this could have done with a wider tire at the back. In terms of the engines, well, these engines produce the same power, about 24 horsepower for this one and about 17 horsepower for this one. And both the bikes are great to ride in the city. They have slightly different characters. So this one is more happy in the low and mid revs, while this one wants you to push past about 6,000 and 7,000 RPM. Also, this one is a bit more refined, while this one feels a bit more vibey after 5,000 RPM. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. In terms of the top speed also, this one tips this one out by a small margin, but this also, despite being a 160, can reach triple digit speeds and go a little beyond. This one is obviously more effortless as it reaches the triple digit mark. I cannot stress enough how the NS200 really comes alive as you climb the revs. Now, if you're going fast, you would also want to come to a halt quickly and safely. And for that, like I said, you have dual channel ABS, which works great. The rear does feel a little intrusive at times when you really jam on the brake pedal, but otherwise the bite and the response from both the brakes is really nice. In terms of suspension too, the front USDs do a great job. This bike, which we rode on the go-kart track, felt really agile and nimble. I was easily able to flick it from one side to the other. Because it had rained the previous night on the track, I did feel that the tires were struggling a little bit for grip, but otherwise the bike itself was very confidence inspiring. Let me also remind you that despite being a 200cc motorcycle, the 200NS gets a 6-speed gearbox while the 250s get a 5-speed gearbox, which means that this one can really breathe freely when you are on highways or when you are pushing this bike. I'm happy that Bajaj kept the old instrument cluster design and just updated it a little, because there's something just magical about seeing the rev needle go up as you pull on the accelerator. So that is a great thing. Even the overall design, despite not having the LED headlamps and turn indicators, this bike, even though it came out almost 10 years ago, it looks really good. It's one of the best looking Pulsars in my personal opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And on the subject of LED indicators, maybe there might be an update in the near future which does bring in an LED setup to the NS series. Now let's talk about some of the negative points or things that we wish were included. First of all, you see that this bike, even though it looks good, still comes with a halogen headlamp and halogen turn indicators. Now it's 2023. I think Bajaj could have included an LED setup to further enhance its design and lucrativeness. The other thing that Bajaj could have added was maybe a slipper clutch to compete better with some other bikes in the segment. It definitely makes your riding a little more easy and intuitive, but not like this bike is suffering because it does not have that feature, but it does help if you have all the features that you can get so that you can attract more customers. Finally, in terms of the looks, you can see that with the bigger tire in the NS160 and the same white and black color options being offered across these two bikes, I feel that some of the 200 buyers would feel bad that their bike looks exactly the same as the 160 except for maybe some stickers. So maybe some differentiation in the design language would have been nice to differentiate these two. All these updates have also resulted in a price hike. So the NS200 now costs 1,47,000 ex-showroom, while the NS160 costs 1,35,000. So this one has become more expensive by about 10,000 rupees and this one by around 7,000 to 8,000 rupees. So how good is the price justification for both these bikes? Well, I think considering that you're getting a new front suspension, you're getting a lighter motorcycle in this case, you are getting a bigger tire, better braking, I think the price hike is justified. The 200 might not be the most feature-packed motorcycle in its segment, but compared to the others, it is still a bit more affordable in some cases. While coming to the 160, I'll be honest, when I came to ride these bikes today, I was really looking forward to riding the NS200 because I like it so much. But after riding it, I think I'm more in love with the 160, the way it rides, the refinement and the pleasing city character while not losing the sportiness of the NS brand. Well, I think the NS160 did impress me a little bit more. However, there is one glaring issue, and that is the abundance of the Pulsar brand. We have 125s, 150s, 160s, 200, 220, 250. I mean, there are so many Pulsars to choose from. In a way, you can look at it as providing more choice to the customer. They can pick from a wide variety of bikes, but for some, I think it might be confusing. However, what I am happy about is that Bajaj has not given up on the NS brand, which I really like. It's the more sporty of the Pulsars, and this update just proves it once again. I would love to spend more time with these bikes, so I will try to get them later on. Make sure that you're subscribed to our channel to know if we upload a full road test review of this bike. Like this video if you like the information that was provided. Comment down below if you have any questions related to these bikes and we will try to answer them. Until the next time we meet, this is Akash Paul signing off. Bye bye.